Welcome to Coffee with Jim. Let's talk about complacency and how complacency can lead to using and abusing. You know, and complacency doesn't mean you have 25 years sobriety or 15 years sobriety or 10 years sobriety or 2 days sobriety or clean and sober sobriety. What happens in our mind is we start thinking, well, this wasn't very hard. I'm okay. Life's wonderful. Everybody trusts me. I've turned it all around. I'm a hero. And all of a sudden, I think, well, you know, a drink won't hurt me, or, you know, a little shot of this or that won't hurt me, because I've been clean and sober for whatever length of time. And like I say, it might be nothing, and it might be many years. It's amazing how many people at 20, 30 years use. And it's not that they necessarily plan on using, but they don't plan on not using. Like, it's a funny thing. Like, first of all, what's the benefit of using? You pushed away everybody in your life, you screwed everything up. Remember what happened when you used and abused, when you ended up in treatment, or wherever you ended up in jail, or you ended up, somebody died, or whatever it is, all the heartache that went with it. You know, we get away from that, and the further away we get, the less we remember the bad times. We remember all the good times, but our mind is trained not to let go of that bad shit. So we let go of it, and all of a sudden, we see somebody in the bar, or we're at a party, and somebody's drinking, and they're having a good time. You think, probably wouldn't hurt if I had one, and somebody might tell you that. You know, probably wouldn't hurt, you know, you could have one, you've been dry for 25 years, why can't you have one? Because we can't. If we're really an alcoholic addict, and we know if we are, nobody else knows if we are, but we know. And all of a sudden, with that length of time and that diminishing memory of the bad times, we set ourselves up to use. Or we say it's the end of life and you might as well get drunk and use or whatever. What do you want? How do you want people to remember you? Especially somebody with a lot of sobriety. How do you want people to remember you? You could have 50 years. And if you use, everybody over the years that's known you for 50 years are going to say, oh, he drank himself to death. Never mind you had 50 years sobriety. They won't mention that once. They're going to say how you died. You know, and all that damage that goes with that, all those good feelings, all that stuff, you worked so hard, really hard for many, many years, some of you. And yet, all of a sudden, you get some bad news, you got cancer, you got a heart condition, your wife died, whatever it is. And you decide, well, I must have used, what's the harm in it? Nobody's going to know. No, nobody's going to know that you didn't use. They're only going to know that you used and you died a drunk or a drug addict. And that's a sad state of affair. In reality, I guess it doesn't matter to us. But it does really matter to the people you're leaving behind. So get that notion out of your mind. If you're thinking that way, you're thinking, well, I must have a drink. Go to a meeting, because that's what's happening. You're getting away from your core support. So get some support somewhere. Go to a meeting, go to church, go to whatever. Just get the hell out of your own head. Because your old head is still there. That alcoholism, drug addiction, skin deep. It can come back in a heartbeat if you let it. It's a fight. We're going to be fighting this for the rest of our lives. But it's a fight worth fighting and winning. So God bless. Take care.